Very good afternoon to all of you. Thank you for joining us for this week's media briefing, the Minister of External Affairs. I don't have any particular announcements, so I'm happy to open the floor for questions. Why don't I start with you? I saw your name first. Yeah, please.
सर मल्टीमीडिया न्यूज़ नेशन से जो कतर में के जेलों में बंद हमारे कैदी हैं, भारतीय कैदी हैं, उनको लेकर सुनवाई हुई और उसके बाद ये जानकारी मिली कि उनको मृत्युदंड की सज़ा को कम किया गया है। तो अभी तक जो MEA ने दरअसल रीड किया है फैसले को, उसके मुताबिक मैं जानना चाहूँगा कि फैसले में क्या तब्दीली, क्या बदलाव किया गया है और आगे आपके स्टेप्स क्या रहेंगे।
Sir, Siddhant from WION. So there were reports that Indian diplomats were expelled in some countries post the Niger incident. If you can confirm or deny, or what's the stance of the Indian government? And secondly, on the
which country?
From US and UK.
Not Canada. Not
Canada, sir. And sir, Taha Saeed, who is the son of Hafiz Saeed, is contesting elections.
I don't know him.
So
please let there be clarity on this.
So
yeah, if you say so.
So he's standing for the general elections in Pakistan. Any reaction from the Indian government?
Okay. Yeah, Pranay, go ahead. I'll come to you. Yeah, it's okay. Microphone.
सर प्रणय उपाध्याय जी न्यूज़ से मेरा सवाल इस चीज़ को लेकर देयर हैव बीन रिपोर्ट्स कि हाफिज सईद को हैंडओवर करने के लिए इंडिया की तरफ से कोई फॉर्मल रिक्वेस्ट भेजी गई है, क्या ये सही है और अगर है तो कब भेजा गया, क्या इस पे डिटेल है?
जी देखो, आप किसका हैंड देखा था? आपका देखा था ना? यस प्लीज। I'll come to, I'll try to take as many as I can.
Hi, I'm Sanya from CNN. On 24th December, over 140 Rohingyas who were on their way from Bangladesh to Indonesia reached Sitapur Beach in Andaman and Nicobar Island after their engine had stopped working. Where have they been kept since 24th December? And at what point or how did the Andaman authorities and security agencies get to know about the Rohingyas who had reached there?
And in what way is this a foreign policy issue? I'll try to answer what I know, but sorry, I may not be able to answer the way. How did they know? You ask them. Okay, I'll come back to you. Okay, I saw a hand. Yeah, go ahead, Yeshi.
This is Yeshi Seli from the New Indian Express. These 25 Indians who had sought asylum in France after their aircraft was grounded, what is the update on them? And the Indians who returned, where were they from? Were they from Punjab or other parts of India?
Okay. I'll come now. I think I see a lot of hands still. Let me go on. मधुरेंद्र जी, आपका प्रश्न कतर को लेके था। देखिए, हमने इस पे कल एक विज्ञप्ति जारी की है, उसमें पूरा डिटेल दे रखा है। जब तक हम नहीं देख पाए जजमेंट पूरी तरह, हम खुद ना देख पाए, हमारे लीगल टीम ना देख पाए, हम और कुछ टिप्पणी इसमें नहीं करना चाहूँगा। आपने देखा है हमने उसमें क्या कहा था कि जो सेंटेंस है उसको रिड्यूस किया गया है, ये बयान दिया गया था, ये जजमेंट दिया गया था मतलब ओरल वे में, और जब तक डिटेल जजमेंट ना हो इसमें कहना ठीक नहीं है। अगला स्टेप्स हमने कहा कि डिस्कस करेंगे लीगल टीम के साथ, उनके फैमिलीज के साथ। तो मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहूँगा कि सेंसिटिव मामला है और इसमें आप स्पेकुलेशन ना करें। लेट्स वेट कुछ और डिटेल आ जाए हमारे पास। हमारे जो भारतीय हैं, उनके परिवार वाले हैं, उन सबके हित के लिए हमारा सबसे सर्वाधिक कंसर्न हमारे उसके बारे में है। तो उस दृष्टिकोण से हम अभी थोड़ा वेट करते हैं जब तक हमारा वो जजमेंट हमारे पास और हम देख पाए, या हमारी लीगल टीम हम देख पाए उसमें। I have a feeling there will be questions in English on this, so let me say that in English. We have issued a detailed press release yesterday on this. You would have seen this. For the moment, I don't have any additional information to share till we see the judgment, or the legal team gets to see the detailed judgment. Let me also emphasize, as I have been doing, and you've all been very patient on that, the confidential and the sensitive nature of the case, and we would urge again not to engage in speculation. The interests of the Indians and their family members is our foremost concern, and so please bear with us. Let's find out exactly what it is. We have noted, and the press release did say, and I have it here, says that the sentences have been reduced, but till we have more details, I don't want to comment. We will also, of course, be discussing the next possible steps with legal team and the family members. So that's what is what I can share for the moment. Regarding Siddhant, your query, let me start with the other one regarding, what is the name you said? Taha. Let me clarify on that. Look, on this issue, I normally wouldn't like to comment about what election processes are in a different country. However, what I would like to say is the issue of radical elements being normalized and participate in elections is something perhaps I should comment on. We have seen some reports in this regard. It is an internal affair, so let me not comment on it. But the mainstreaming of radical terrorist outfits in Pakistan is nothing new and has been a part of the state policy for a long time. Such developments have serious implications for the security of our region. On our part, we will of course continue to monitor all developments that have an implication on our national security. Let me leave it at that. As regards the issue of Indian diplomats, you said being expelled from. Look, to be honest, I'm not aware of any such development. There were some speculative reports saying that intelligence officers are not being allowed being posted abroad. As a matter of policy, we do not comment on intelligence issues. I would caution against speculative reports, and I'm not aware of any such incidents of expulsion. As you wanted to know in Hindi, आपका प्रश्न कौन पूछ रहा है? आप पूछ रहे हिंदी में? देखिए, इस मुद्दे के संबंध में जो अभी सिद्धांत ने पूछा, इस संबंध में हमने कुछ रिपोर्ट देखी है। हालांकि हम अन्य देशों के आंतरिक मामलों पर टिप्पणी नहीं करते हैं, लेकिन पाकिस्तान के कट्टरपंथी आतंकवादी संगठनों का ये इस तरह से मेन स्ट्रीम में आना कोई नई बात नहीं है और लंबे समय से उनकी राजनीति का हिस्सा बन चुका है। ये इस तरह के डेवलपमेंट्स में हमारे क्षेत्र की सुरक्षा पर गंभीर प्रभाव पड़ता है। हमारी ओर से हम उन सभी डेवलपमेंट्स को मॉनिटर करना जारी रखेंगे जिनका हमारी राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा पर किसी तरह से भी प्रभाव पड़ सकता है। Pranay, no, your question was slightly different. You had asked about whether a request regarding his activities. Look, as you're aware, the person in question is wanted in numerous cases in India. He is also a UN proscribed terrorist. In this regard, we have conveyed a request along with relevant supporting documents to the government of India to extradite him, government of Pakistan, to extradite him to India to face trial in a particular case. I think that is what you were referring to. So yes, we have of course been flagging the issue of activities that he's been wanted for. In this case, you specifically mentioned whether we wanted to extradite him. Yes, there has been a request sent to face trial in a particular case. This is a recent request. Well, I'm file number. just a day. Some time ago, some weeks ago, I would say. I'll have to check exactly when it was submitted. I have a date of when it was sent. I think our High Commission in Islamabad would have passed it on, but I could try to get you more information. But as I said, activities of people who are wanted in criminal or terrorist activities here, we continue to take up these cases with partners to say, in this case, of course, this is extradition with Pakistan, where we have asked for, where we don't have a, I think, extradition agreement, but we have requested for him to be brought back to India to face trial. Sorry, मैं भूल गया था, आपने इंग्लिश में शुरू किया था. जैसे मैंने कहा, जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, ये जो व्यक्ति के बारे में आपने जिक्र किया, उन काफ़ी मामलों में इंडिया में वांटेड है. वो संयुक्त राष्ट्र द्वारा एक लिस्ट है, उस लिस्ट के भी आतंकवादी लिस्ट में है. इस संबंध में हमने संबंधित डॉक्यूमेंट्स के साथ पाकिस्तान सरकार को एक विशेष मामले में मुकदमे के सामना करने के लिए भारत में एक्सट्राडाइट करने का अनुरोध किया है. Sania, your query regarding the Rohingyas. Look, this is not really a matter for the Ministry of External Affairs. Perhaps, yes, we are aware of this. Humanitarian assistance was provided to a group who had got lost. I think they are still in Andaman and Nicobar, but I would have to refer you to our concerned agencies for exact details of how they got to know. Probably it's a distress call. And my understanding is that they're still there, but I could be wrong. There are established procedures how to deal with it. Not sure this is the competence of the Ministry of External Affairs. Yeshi, on your query on Indians who, as you're talking to, or you're referring to the case of a chartered flight from UAE to Nicaragua. As you are aware, it was grounded during a technical halt in near Paris, and most of them subsequently, after intervention from our embassy, consular assistance, landed back in India in Mumbai. A few Indians, I don't have the exact numbers, could be about 25, I think, as you said, but it could be slightly different, stayed back there, and I would have to refer you to the French authorities, to be honest, because these are now being, this is being processed, or action is being, the cases are being dealt by French authorities as per their local laws, and I think for reasons of privacy as well as our lack of knowledge of French procedures, I would rather leave it at that. But my focus would be, and most of the passengers are now back in India. And as regards to the specific Indians who are there, if they require any assistance from us, naturally we would extend consular assistance. Okay, let me take the next round of questions. Some people had their hand up. Yes, please, you. Microphone.
Hi, this is Anbar Hassan from BBC. Thanks for this one-off opportunity. I have two questions.
Oh, one let's start with.
One is, we're hearing reports of another Chinese research vessel will be docking at Colombo port in the coming months. This would be the third ship in the last 15 months visiting Sri Lanka, and they say it is a research vessel. When I spoke to the Sri Lankan Foreign Ministry spokesperson last month, initially they said that would come only for replenishment to restock, but within 24 hours they were doing research for 48 hours above the sea. And do you have any comment to make on these visits, whether India has concerns about this, because there have been reports of this being studying the ocean bed as well as tracking satellites. So that's a security concern for
Okay, what is your query? I understand.
So what is your...
yeah, I got that. Anything else you had?
Second one is about Bangladesh elections.
Okay.
The main opposition, BNP, the Bangladesh Nationalist Party spokesperson a couple of days ago said India is openly influencing the elections in Bangladesh, openly supporting the current Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina. And what's your response? What's India's role? And what would you say to that comment? That's it. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you. I saw your hand first. Aapko bhi tha, please. I saw your hand also. I'll come to you. Yes, please.
उमाशंकर सिंह एनडीटीवी इंडिया से। मेरा सवाल कतर से जुड़ा हुआ है। एक अपील के आधार पे जो मौत की सज़ा थी उसको कारावास की सज़ा में बदल दी गई है। जो भी क्वांटम हो बाद में पता चलेगा, जो कि आपने बताया। क्या एक दूसरा मौका भी है कि जो सज़ा अब हुई है उसको भी रिड्यूस या माफ़ी के लिए बात की जा सके? इस बारे में अगर क्लैरिटी मिल सके तो।
Yeah, related to, let's finish with anything related to this. Smita, yeah, go ahead.
Smita here, just wanted to follow up because I do believe there's an extradition treaty that we have with Qatar. So is India planning to...
Okay.
No? The prisoners, sorry, mutual, the prisoners treaty. Are you planning to...
you mean the transfer of sentence?
Yeah, for them to be able to come and complete their sentence in an Indian prison here. Will that, is that a request that is being made or has been made already by India? And is there any official invitation so far for Prime Minister to inaugurate the Swaminarayan temple in UAE? There are some reports.
Completely different topic. It's another question, right? Okay. Okay. Anything else on the Qatar part? Because we're back to the same issue. No, if not, who else? Yeah, Srinjoy, please come to you.
Sir, Srinjoy Times Now. There's a Lakshmi Narayan temple in Surrey, in Canada. Now there are reports that one of the people involved in the temple, the president's son, his house was attacked and 15 bullets were fired. If you could brief us on that, please. Also, since the issue of China and Sri Lanka came up, just as we speak, several Chinese aircraft have joined, Chinese-made aircraft have joined.
What aircraft? Sorry, I didn't listen.
Chinese-made aircraft.
Chinese-made aircraft, okay.
Have joined the Sri Lankan Air Force. This is the Y-12, and it's gone into the 8th Tactical Transport Squadron at Ratnamalana. If you could, since Sri Lanka is a friendly country, if you could.
What was the query? I mean, just generally comment on that. Comment on that. Okay, fair enough. Okay, there was another hand.
I'd like to comment on it.
Oh, aapka question. Yeah, microphone.
Sir, Ayushi Agarwal from MEA. Sir, is there any update on the repatriation case of the Indian baby Ariha Shah, who has been in the German foster care?
Since your hand was up, I'll take another round. Yeah, please go ahead.
सर मेरा नाम संदीप है, न्यूज़ 18 इंडिया से। मेरा सवाल है कि चुशूल के काउंसलर ने एक रिपोर्ट दी है। उन्होंने कहा है कि जो रेजांगला में वॉर मेमोरियल था मेजर शैतान सिंह का, वो डिसमेंटल किया गया है, और ये भी कहा गया है कि वो बफर जोन में आ गया है, इस वजह से उसको डिसमेंटल किया गया। क्या इस पे अपडेट है सर?
I see some more hands, so why don't we take another round? Give me a few more minutes. Okay, let me start with Mr. Anderson, your query on this. Look, I think we have made our position pretty clear on this in the previous occasions when such reports have been there. I don't know about the specific one yet. You said it scheduled to dock. We have said that, look, we always monitor developments that may have a bearing on India's security, and we take necessary measures. I don't have anything further to add to that. I think that suffices for this question too. As regards the issue of the elections in Bangladesh, you specifically referred to comments by BNP party. I'm not going to get into that. Let me generally on that topic, let me reiterate what we've been saying. Perhaps you haven't heard. Our position on this has been consistent. I think we've said before, the elections are a domestic matter of Bangladesh, and we believe that it is for the people of Bangladesh to decide their own future. And as a close and friend and partner of Bangladesh, we would like to see peaceful elections there, and we will continue to support Bangladesh vision of a stable, peaceful and progressive nation. And I think I'll leave it at that. Uma Shankar ji, आपका प्रश्न, and I think उसके साथ Smita, your query also on the same thing. Uma Shankar ji, देखिए Uma Shankar ji, sorry, वहाँ चले गए. Uma Shankar ji, आपका देखिए अभी जजमेंट जब तक नहीं देख पाएंगे हम क्या कह सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट स्टेप्स, इसीलिए हमने कहा नेक्स्ट स्टेप्स उसके बाद ही हम डिसाइड कर पाएंगे कि क्या एग्जैक्टली है जो अभी जजमेंट आया है कोर्ट ऑफ अपील का, और इसके पास हमारे पास क्या ऑप्शंस हैं, क्या नेक्स्ट स्टेप्स होंगी. तो तब तक स्पेकुलेशन पे मैं नहीं जाना चाहूँगा कि हम ये कर सकते हैं या नहीं कर सकते. जजमेंट के बाद पता चलेगा. Smita, your query was regarding transfer of sentenced prisoners. Yes, there is such an agreement. However, I'm not sure if it is in effect because it requires ratification by both sides, and I would have to check whether the Qatari side has ratified that agreement. I am not yet sure on that. So I would have to check whether it is in force. But again, this is something that we'll have to find out. As regards Prime Minister's visits, you know these are announced at the appropriate time, and you know that better before the invitation would have been extended. I mean, I saw a tweet the other day, but I don't remember it was from the Prime Minister's office or not, saying that he has accepted some invitation. I'm not sure if that is the one you're referring to in the UAE. As I said, insofar as Prime Minister's visits are concerned, we would announce it at the appropriate time. But I do remember seeing yesterday something on social media. Perhaps you would look at that. Shinja, your query was regarding, it wasn't, you linked it with the temple, but look, our understanding of that incident in British Columbia is that it was at a private residence related to, of course, somebody who's a member of the temple managing committee, or I understand that investigations are underway in that case. And I don't think it's appropriate to comment at this stage the motivations or details behind it till such time that the investigation is not completed by the local authority. So let's wait for that. But yes, we are aware of that incident. The Chinese aircraft in Sri Lanka, look, again, I would repeat broadly what I've been saying to Mr. Anderson right now. Developments on our security, we keep a close eye on them. We maintain close watch, and we take necessary measures for our security. Ayushi, on the issue of a baby in Germany, we, again, as I said, this is an important issue. We continue to monitor it. I don't have an immediate update this week, but as I mentioned, I think it was last week I mentioned, if I have the report here, we had consular access. We were able to share with the child items to ensure the immersion of the child in Indian culture, as well as continued efforts to ensure that her rights are protected. I think, in fact, I have some consular visit was in the second week of November. Embassy officials celebrated Diwali with the child. Pursuant to court orders, the parents were allowed visitation. We have been working towards cultural immersion of the child, and resource materials relating to Indian festivals, customs and practices were handed over to the German authorities. We remain in constant engagement with the German authorities to safeguard the child's cultural national identity and rights and to ensure her return to India. So that's what I had last. संदीप जी, आपका प्रश्न था चुशूल में और एक जो स्टोरीज चल रही हैं कि हमारे यहाँ वहाँ पे कोई एक मॉन्यूमेंट के बारे में। देखिए, आप जैसा जानते हैं वहाँ पे रिजांगला के जो इंसिडेंट था 62 का, उसके बारे में उसके ऊपर एक मॉन्यूमेंट है, सब जानते हैं वो मॉन्यूमेंट है, काफ़ी सालों से है वो, और उस मॉन्यूमेंट के बारे में मतलब अभी का नहीं है, काफ़ी सालों से है, और कोई आरोप कि उसमें कोई बदलाव हुआ है ये ठीक नहीं है। मुझे जितना मालूम है वो मॉन्यूमेंट वैसा ही है, वहाँ है, और अगर आप कोई डिटेल्स चाहते हैं तो आप आर्मी या कोई अथॉरिटीज़, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ डिफेंस वगैरह से पूछें, पर हमारे जितने मालूम है कि एक जो लॉन्ग स्टैंडिंग मेमोरियल है हीरोज ऑफ रिजांगला के बारे में, उसमें कोई ऐसे आरोप कि चेंज हुआ है, ठीक नहीं रहेगा। Somebody asked in English, okay. As many of you know, there is a long standing memorial to the heroes of Razangla on the border. Any imputation that there has been any change in that monument is incorrect, and for any details I would refer you to the concerned authorities. Okay, I'll take another round of the questions. Okay, please.
So Meghna Dev from DD News. So there have been reports that a number of state governments, like the Uttar Pradesh government, has also recently invited applications to send workers to Israel. Do we have any details on it, and when are we planning to send workers to Israel, as well as how many are we planning to send, and including looking at the advertisements or the applications that have been invited by different state governments?
You mentioned a particular state government?
Uttar Pradesh government has done that as well.
UP also? Yeah. Okay. Who else? Hand up? Yeah, please.
So Sridhar from the Asian Age. So there are reports that Canada has detained or is going to has arrested some people whom it says is involved.
Has arrested or will arrest?
Some reports say that they have been arrested. Some say they are been detained. I'm not very sure about the status, but these are apparently people who are involved in the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar. Taking into account Canada's allegation that India is involved in some way, so have they shared any details with the Canadian authorities? Because we have been maintaining Canada has not given us any evidence. And just one small clarification on Smita's question. You said that you were not sure whether the treaty had been ratified by both sides, and then you said you're not sure Qatar has ratified. So have we ratified it?
Yes.
Okay, so
that is
a
good assessment of that.
Okay,
we have ratified.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, that's why I said I don't know if the Qataris have done it. Yeah, please.
Hello, I'm Gautam Lahiri, freelance journalist. Recently, the U.S. ambassador to Bangladesh he came and visited India in the last week probably. So, do you have any idea about his visit, or has he met any Indian officials during his visit in India?
This was official visit.
No, that I don't know. I'm just asking.
Oh my. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Allowed to ask a question. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Shashank Mattu with the Mint. So the defense minister made a speech this week where he talked about India working with friendly countries to ensure stability in the Indian Ocean region for trade. This is in context of the Red Sea attacks. Last week, of course, we'd asked a question about communications between India and the United States regarding this maritime task force that was set up, Operation Prosperity Guardian. Do you have any updates regarding those conversations about India potentially helping out with this task force, what we do together with other countries?
We didn't say potentially joining and all. So your question was, last part was, you have any update on India potentially joining the task force? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, please. Oh, sorry, before. Okay, you said the microphone. This is the microphone. It's okay, I'll take everybody's questions.
So Snesh Philip here from Print. Like to take where Shashank asked. Is India in talks with friendly countries, not joining the coalition, but is in talks with friendly countries for a larger convoy or a protection or a deployment, coordinated deployment in the Arabian Sea? Because we don't have the assets, enough assets to protect against the shipping lanes from.
That's your assessment, sir. Please don't pass it off as mine.
Are we in talk?
Okay, that part
with
I
other
understand.
countries?
The first part is
continuing with what Sandeep had said. You mentioned that the heroes of the Razangla battle memorial is still there, but I think what Sandeep was referring to was the Shaitan Singh memorial, which is there. Has that been dismantled or not? The Razangla memorial, of course, remains where it is.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Please, last question.
I'm Raji from Malayalam Norma. Just wanted to ask, do you have any updates on the committee, progress of the committee formed by India to inquire into the inputs given by US on the alleged plot to kill Gurpatwant Singh Pannu?
Okay. Thank you very much. Let me try to answer those. Let me start with your question. Look, as I said, the Razangla Memorial stands there. On the other one, I don't have any information. As I said, for any details of that one, you'd have asked the concerned authorities. But the one which is long-standing and well-known is the Razangla Memorial. Regarding the issue of Canada and not US, sorry, the US, you asked for the high-level committee. No, I don't have an update on that. As I said, high-level committee, inquiry committee is looking into it. Once we have an update or when we are in a position to share something, we'll certainly do that. Related to that was the Canada. I think, Sridhar, your query was, let me put it this way. I have a lot of faith in the media. If you are unable to tell me whether they're arrested or will be arrested, the details, I certainly can assure you we have no information on that. What I can tell you about it is that I think we have made our position very clear on where we stand on the issue, and I don't have anything further to add to that on the moment. Gautam Lahiri, your query regarding US Ambassador to Bangladesh. I saw the media reports, frankly, that he is visiting. If you have anything to share about his meetings, or if he had any meetings, we will certainly do so. It could be a private visit too, but I don't have anything particular to share right now with you on this. As regards the issue of developments in the Red Sea, which I think you all also asked, no, somebody else asked. Who asked? Shashank, you asked? Yeah, there you go. Look, on that I think we discussed last week, right, on what are the possibilities that could happen. Let me just reiterate where we stand. As we said earlier, we value the free movement of commercial shipping, which is one of the fundamental principles underpinning global commerce. We are carefully evaluating all aspects of the unfolding situation in that region. Our defense forces are taking necessary measures in this regard, and in that context, I would also like to say I'm not in agreement whether we are in a position to defend or not. But I'm not aware that India is part of any multilateral initiative or operation presently in or around the Red Sea. So let me clarify that. India is not a part of any multilateral initiative or operation presently in or around the Red Sea. Are we in talks with other countries? Somebody asked, you asked? Or similarly, look, as I said, we are carefully evaluating all aspects of that. But, what was your question on talks? On the Arabian Sea. Yeah, similar. Yeah, as I said, our defense forces are taking necessary measures. We are, as you know, in the past, we have taken measures to ensure safe movement of shipping. We have been coordinating with other countries in the past, but his specific query was, are we part of multilateral initiatives right now? No, we're not in the Red Sea area. Meghna, on your question, I thought we answered this question last week. Oh, sorry, that Haryana, yes. Look, let me reiterate in the similar points. We have, on a larger issue, been trying to promote safe legal mobility. We have been encouraging, we have been signing such agreements to ensure the rights of our labor, of people who travel, are protected, they are safe. And that is a larger exercise that is going on. Separately, of course, Indians are free to go abroad to work if they find opportunities, which they do, and we ensure that they are not victimized and they are not put in difficulty. Perhaps what you mentioned is in the context of individual employers offering opportunities. I do not know if these are part of any state-to-state or government-to-government understanding. I'm certainly not aware of anything that has that. And I would also refer you to what we said in Parliament, vis-a-vis, are we sending Indians to, or Indian workers to Israel to replace Palestinian workers? And the answer was given a definitive no, and I would refer you to that as our position on that. Okay, with that, you have more questions? I thought we ended. Okay, yeah, let's wrap it up at 4:30. Yeah.
Sir, Abhishek from CNN News 18 this side. On a recent weekly briefing, Ministry of Foreign Affairs in China On the reports of alleged Baloch terrorists confessing in Pakistani custody have said regarding the Baloch terrorists have confessed that Indian agencies are behind many terror activities in Balochistan. And on such reports, when the question was asked to the MOFA, they said that we to support and use terrorist groups and let them thrive out of one's selfish interests at the expense of international and regional security benefits no one and will only backfire. So, do you have any comment on that?
Okay.
Because it was clearly in reference to India.
That is your interpretation. Okay. Yeah, Kallol.
Kallol from the Hindus. My question is regarding the recent blast that took place outside the Israeli embassy. Certain responsible Israeli individuals have started blaming Iran for that incident. So I want to know, has the Indian authorities informed the Israelis about certain aspects of that incident that has not been shared with the media so far? Because we have relation with both Israel as well as Iran. So, but rarely do we see that sort of rancor between the two countries in a third country, that's in India. So
rarely.
Rarely, yeah. We don't really see that happening between.
Okay, I better be careful what I say, but I would question your word rarely. but okay, yeah, any other query? I got your query. Anything else? Okay, Huma, I will close with you. Okay. Yeah, microphone to you.
Sir, I'm Huma Siddiqui, Financial Express. Regarding the flight which has come back from Paris, has the government been able to identify who are the people who are sending plane loads of Indians overseas?
Sending.
Yeah, I mean, huge number.
Verbs matter. Okay, let me try to answer some of this. Let me start with you, Kallol. Look, on this issue, I don't think I'm the appropriate person to respond on this. The concerned agencies are looking into the matter. You've seen media reports. They've also, I think, briefed the media on that. Let them finish their investigations. We will have a better sense. I certainly am not aware of anything that you mentioned about blaming particular entities or countries. Let's defer to them till they come out with some more definitive things. I'm not going to comment on what other countries might be issuing statements on. Abhishek, your query was about complicated, no? Somebody asked somebody in Chinese presser about something. Is that the one? I remember that one, reading about it. Look, I normally don't like to comment on the third comments on that, but what I do recall, and let me see if I have the piece of paper here. Yes, I have the actual transcript of that. You want me to comment on what? The Chinese comments? No, or the query? The Pakistanis also made a comment on that, by the way. The allegation is that India is behind that. So it's a larger question. Okay, so let me break it into two parts. The Pakistanis was asked, Pakistan, I think, Foreign Ministry was asked, and my response to you on that would be, you really want me to take the Pakistani comments on terrorism seriously? And on the Chinese one, look, we had a look at the comments. I don't think that is what you are saying is accurate. The comments that we have seen don't have any reference to India. On the issue of terrorism and fighting terrorism together, I think there is no doubt on that, and we have been saying the same thing, that there should not be any difference. We should fight terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. So I don't think I would like to comment on that vis-a-vis the context in which you put the question and links to Balochistan. I have the transcript. My understanding of the transcript is slightly different from the way you framed the question. Huma, on the issue of the flight that was sent back from Paris or near Paris, look, I think there are, you have to ask concerned agencies. They're looking into any allegations that there are groups who are sending people illegally or not. As I said, I saw some reports that they're looking into it, but this is not an area for the Ministry of External Affairs to comment. I would have to refer you to the concerned agencies to see if they have any further information. Our objective, of course, is to ensure safe and legal mobility, and if there is anything further, that is for the concerned agencies. I would stop it at that. Okay, thank you very much. This is the last weekly presser of the Ministry of External Affairs for this year. So let me wish you a very happy new year and all the best for 2024. This also happens to be my last weekly press conference as the spokesperson. So thank you all for being with us. And from next time onwards, I have the privilege of Shri Randeep Jaiswal, who should be somewhere in the room here. There is Randeep, will be taking this role. Thank you again. Good evening.